everything set up correctly. I'm just going to be doing some traditional old shiny hunting. It's been a bit of a rough week. It's always a rough week, but this week in particular, normally I would have work at this time, but at the moment, I don't, not today. So I figured I'd go ahead and stream. Apologies for the allergies as usual. Oh god. I tried to take some medication, and for some reason it made it worse. So, hooray. So, here we are. Welcome to the stream, and welcome to Pride Month. I am very excited. I've been planning on doing this for a while, and now that Pride is here it is. So, alright. I wanted to stream yesterday, but depression got me pretty good. So I figured I'd do some streaming today. So currently I just have some music playing. I cannot tell volume. It is not something I can hear. So if volume needs to change, please just let me know. I haven't set anything up. I literally just pulled up the game and said, hey, it's time for shiny hunting. So we're going to see what there is. This is also kind of like a little bit of an experiment since I'm streaming out in my den area. Trying to really figure out if I want to move to the den for doing my streaming. I kind of do. Ever since getting this area cleaned up, it's actually very comfortable. Cacnea. Ooh, that's one I need. Technically, I don't have an art thing on a clippy area. It's flying tag. Probably not. Magneton. Merc. It's in the tag tree thicket. No, maybe. We'll see if I'm desperate enough for that. Again, apologies for the sniffles. I swear, one of these days I'm just gonna, remove my face. It would be great. So technically I do need Tepig. I don't have an art card for that one yet, but Tepig is on my list. And technically I do need Scrafty. I don't know about that particular spot, though. And it's not even that I need Scrafty, I need, Scraggy. I need Scrafty, not Scraggy, but since Scraggy evolves into Scrafty, I actually already have a Scraggy, but I don't have Scrafty. But let's check out this, crap. Not you. Oh, Cacnea. I was like, which one was it again? I'm so sorry, guys. I literally, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get some medication ready. It's gonna be great. And then I used it, and it's all like, oh, let's just make it 10 times worse. I'm like, thanks. Thanks, that's exactly what I wanted. Oof. So the screen of this TV, because it's a different TV, this one is hella bright. It's kind of nice in some ways because it has some very nice colors, but other times it's like, oof, it's a bit rough. Because like out here with all the sand, it's a little bit rough on the eyes. The only reason why I bring this up is because I actually don't have a remote for this TV. I haven't had one for years because it got lost. when we moved. But it was a free TV, so I'm not going to complain. But I did actually just recently purchase a new remote, so hopefully I can get that in sometime soon. And I can change the brightness on this because this hurts. But alright. This does look like a good spot. Let's see. And there we go. And there we are. Shiny Cacnea. Okay. Alright, so this one actually is a pretty nice shiny. It just makes it look like a dead cactus, which is just so cool. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the sandstorm. Yep. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, oh, 42. Okay, sorry. So with my new setup, I have a little cozy cove for my kitty set up on the bed. I just kind of threw it on there. She's never really, like, she's liked it occasionally, but she's never, like, really actually cared for it. Yeah, she's been sitting there for probably a good, like, half hour at least, just hanging with me on the couch, on our brand new couch. And since I turned on the game, there's now a bunch of light in the room. I usually keep the basement pretty dark, and so now it's all bright because there's the light on. and she just curled up deeper into the cove so she can enjoy the darkness a bit more. Yeah. Yeah, you're a cutie. Sorry, I love my cat. Back to this. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 8. 9. 50. There we go. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 9. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. And 65. Ugh, I swear, I'm gonna murder my nose. My sinus system needs a reboot. Gosh. Alright. So the only annoying part of this hunt is going to be the sandstorm that will kick up probably about half the time. And the worst part about the sandstorm is just the lag. I do find snowstorm to be a bit more obnoxious because I feel like it actually obscures your vision a lot. Here, it's like, yeah, it's annoying, but like, what's really annoying is the lag. But can't really control that right now. Supposedly, things are going to be running better on the Switch 2 when that comes out. I do not have one pre-ordered. I don't plan on getting one anytime soon. Of course, all the news has me all excited about it, but it sounds like it will make the game run better, which is pretty cool. It changes a few things as far as the shiny hunting goes. Like the counting method doesn't work the same way. But I'm sure other players that are more into the nitty-gritty details will figure that information out, and I'll just research it off of them, as I do most of my information. One thing that I would like would be the fact that the sandstorms won't be causing as much problem. Same with the snowstorms, hopefully. But that's also, like, way down the line. I'm not expecting to play Scarlet Violet that much on Switch 2 whenever I get around to getting one. I really do feel the hype. I want to go get a Switch 2, and I know it's coming out in just a few days, but it's also like, I don't need one. I don't have money right now, and I don't need a Switch 2. I've also, like, done the Switch 1 thing, where I bought Switch... So the Switch 1 was my first day release console that I've ever purchased. And I don't regret it. That was a great time for me. I was dealing with a lot of emotional problems, moving out and living on my own for the first time, like for realsies, not just like going to college, like actually moving out and having to take care of myself without support from family. And it was rough. It was rough, like, really experiencing being an adult and the difficulties that come with it. So, with the Switch releasing at that same time, it just really gave me that sense of like groundedness of enjoying video games, um, and while still being an adult, and you can do both at the same time. It was a great time for me, and I'm glad I bought the Switch when I did. I will admit that I was lucky because my Switch, while down the line the fan went out, I didn't experience any of the like console crushing problems that a lot of people did. Of course, there was a Joy-Con drift, but it's not just exclusive um, to the Gen Zero Switch, so that hardly counts. Of course, like everyone, I've also experienced the Joy-Con drift, which is why I mostly play with my um, what's this called? My Switch Pro controller, which I absolutely love the Switch Pro controller. It feels so good. The grip feels so nice. I do have a bit of a problem where the D-pad, if I try to press it down, it like freaks out and will like press one of the other like directional buttons. Sometimes. Most of the time it's not a problem, but every now and again it's just obnoxious. But very few games actually like dependent on using the D-pad, so it's usually not that big of an issue. But yeah, no, Switch 2 is exciting. I'm gonna wait a while after it comes out, and with all the shitty real life tariff shit. Oh, what? 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 Not even 20 minutes in. Not even 20 minutes in. What? Hello. Hi. Yeah, look at that cutie. Okay. This is getting ridiculous. It shouldn't be this easy. I say that now. That my next shiny is going to take me an hour and a half. Which, to be fair, is still very easy as far as like a shiny hunting is concerned. But like, it's okay. All right. So I'm actually going to do a quick save here, because if I recall, I need to go get my sheet, which I did not bring out with me. I'll be right back. But I don't remember if Cacnea is one of the gender difference Pokemon. Like gender different, but also like catch. I haven't updated it for somebody else. Yeah. But hey, shiny Cacnea. Let's see, where's Cacnea on here? Page 2. Okay, it's showing that I'm going to need a male and female for Cacturn. So it looks like this one's male. So I need to get a female. So I'm guessing because looking at this sheet, I already have a shiny Cacnea, just not shiny Cacturn. Cool. And that sounds right. I specifically didn't want to. So I actually oh, does Cacnea have a special evolution thing? I bet you it does. Like at night or something. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Alright. What say you, Internet? How evolve? Oh, just level 32. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay. Alright, here we go. Yeah! I do love how it keeps those, like, dead colors. Ah, it looks so good. I'm not a huge fan of the evolution, like, design-wise, but, like, it's still a pretty cool looking Pokemon. Alright, well, time to get a female. So, here's how this works. We hunt till we get a shiny female. Doesn't matter how many males I get, because it won't be a female. Oh my god, the sandstorm was awful. So much lag. All snakes. The screen bit almost unbearable to look at. Yeah, don't blame me, Candy Girl. Hide a little deeper in your cove. I'm right there with you. Sorry, just maneuvering a few things so a bit more comfortable IRL. The fun thing about streaming in a new location is learning about all the new little quirks to accommodate things. Oh, hello, Espatra. Spatra. Spatra. So something exciting for today. So yesterday I ended up selling a bunch of like my old amiibos to the game store because I'd rather have money to buy new old games, than as much as I am a figure collector, I haven't really like done anything with my amiibos in so long. So I decided to like sell a bunch of them because I know they have pretty decent value, and some of the ones I sold were actually pretty rare as well. And it was time for me to curate my collection anyway. So I ended up selling a bunch of my amiibos. Ended up getting a good chunk of money for as a store credit, which was actually super exciting. And while I have no problem just like sitting on some store credit, because that's what I did with my last store credit. I did a bunch of selling of my collector's edition games that I don't play anymore, and I ended up getting a good chunk from that, and I just kind of sat on like a good like $150 just for like a long time because nothing came up that I was really interested in. I follow them on their Facebook, so I call whenever a game I'm interested in comes in, and or sometimes I'll just randomly drop by whenever I have some time after work. But they hadn't gotten anything in for a while that I was like, ooh, I absolutely need to buy that. Until like a couple days ago, I'm just like chilling, and then on my Facebook, they do an update, and lo and behold, and I have never indicated I'm a fan of the series, um, but they had gotten a bunch of Rune Factory games in, and I love Rune Factory. In fact, I actually love farming simulator games. I just don't usually play them because of how easy they are to get sucked into and just like keep sucking you in and keep sucking you in. I do like games that have like a bit of a story, and that's one of the things I like about Rune Factory. It has a little bit of story, has a little bit of adventure, a little bit of a like leveling system, and so for anyone who doesn't know, Rune Factory is a sub-series of Harvest Moon games. And I'm pretty sure it's by the same developers, but it's known as a fantasy Harvest Moon, and there's just something about the mechanics and something about the game that I just really, really like. My love of it kind of came from this random, the original game, the first game was on the DS, and I ended up getting it as a birthday present from my sister, like many, many, many years ago, when the DS was still the hottest new thing on the market. And at that point, I had already played a couple of Harvest Moon games. I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. Absolutely fell in love with the game. Unfortunately, I hadn't really played Rune Factory since then until Rune Factory 4 got re-released on the Nintendo Switch. I was like, oh, why the heck not? Let's play some Rune Factory 4. Once again, absolutely fell in love with the game, and I was like, wow, this game is great. And then Rune Factory 5 came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna get this. And it sucked. I couldn't stand it. I tried, I really couldn't stand it. I want to try playing it again, because I don't understand why I didn't like it, but I need to try it again. But I was a bit tempered from after 5, but then Rune Factory 3 got re-released. And I was like, oh man, this is actually the one that I really wanted to play back in the day. I just never found a copy of it. Played the re-release of Rune Factory 3, fucking loved it. It like Rune Factory 3 is my favorite. Legit. Shiny Cacnea! What? Here we go! Number 2. Not even 10 minutes! What the heck? This is ridiculous. I can't even get through a full story. Alright, what's your gender? And you're a boy! Alright, well, we're still gonna catch you, of course. But this means we gotta keep hunting. But in any case, so they had gotten a bunch of Rune Factory games in at the game store, and what was exciting is that they actually got copies of the few games that I don't actually have. The only Rune Factory game I think I haven't had a chance to play is Rune Factory 2, and they ended up getting a copy of Rune Factory 2, as well as the DS versions of Rune Factory 3 and the 3DS version of Rune Factory 4. So I absolutely snapped those up as fast as I could, because those were the only ones I was missing. Aside from Frontier, but I remember not liking Frontier. So I snapped those up as fast as I could. They were actually a little bit pricier than I expected. Um, Only because we're looking at used games, but some games like their values tend to like jump up and down occasionally because of like Rune Factory isn't what I would call common. I haven't seen like any Rune Factory games anywhere. That's why I was so surprised when I saw these things go up for sale. So picked them up. I'm super excited to play Rune Factory 2. And now that I have a modded for EDS, it's like, oh, I could stream it. I don't know if I will. Maybe I'll stream one of the other ones, but I don't know. That is the one sad thing about streaming is this mentality of like, oh, I can stream anything. It's like, oh, but I also need to play games for fun. It's okay for me to play games for fun. Anyway, so I'm super excited. Um, and but that had drained all of my store credit that I had, and down to $5. I had $5 left, and I was like, well, I would like to have some store credit, just if in case something really cool pops up. And unfortunately, I have been having some financial difficulties recently due to some problems at work. So I've been a bit like stressed out with money wise, and so it's like at this point I can't justify spending money on games unless because I don't need any more games. I have lots of games. So I wanted to have some more store credit in case something like really cool popped up, and I was like, I just who knows? Who knows when something cool is going to pop up? So I sold a bunch of my amiibos that, in all honesty, just kind of been sitting on my shelf, and I haven't really been like enjoying them. So I'm kind of actually really glad to have sold them. Because now I can get more games that might bring me more joy. And lo and behold, like I was on the Facebook page today, or I was just on Facebook today, and then like a new post of their new inventory came in, and they had gotten physical copies of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, included DLC. And I was like, oh man, I love physical copies of things. And I have store credit. So, and the thing is that we have Violet with the DLC, and they actually had the Violet in yesterday with the DLC, and when I was like selling my amiibos, and I was like, no, I won't pick it up. I already have Violet with DLC. As cool as it would be to have the physical copy with the DLC, I don't actually need it. I already have the DLC. Obviously, I have like played this game to pieces, so like I don't need another copy of Violet. But when I saw the Facebook post today, they had Scarlet and Violet, and I was like, wait a second, I have Violet DLC, but I actually don't have the Scarlet DLC, and I haven't been able to convince myself to pick it up because like I don't need it. I just kind of want it. I just think it'd be neat. Because then I could like do some more efficiency hunting in Scarlet version with the getting the what's it called? Getting the flying ability, as well as like having access to the Pokemon through through Scarlet version that I don't have access to here. And so I was kind of like on the fence, like, yeah, I kind of really want the DLC, but I kind of don't. And since the game store got the physical copy, I am a sucker for physical copies. If there's a physical copy of something, I'm going to buy it. I didn't need Rune Factory 3 and 4
physical on the DS. I already technically have them physical on the Switch, but it's a physical copy I don't have. So, um, I now have it. Anyway, I have it. So, I called the store, had them like put my credit towards it, and all I have to do now is go to the store and pick it up. God, I'm a sucker for games. But I also don't feel bad about it because I'm not spending actual money. I just sold my amiibos to them, and the idea of these games makes me a lot more happy than the amiibos I wasn't using. And that isn't to say I didn't sell all my amiibos. Like I do still have like a good chunk of them. I probably sold about half. So I still have a good chunk of my amiibos. I'm not throwing them all out yet. Let's put it that way. But there were quite a few that I had just for the sake of having them. And like I had like a sealed copy. I had a sealed Byleth amiibo when I already have a Byleth amiibo. Why? I don't know. I was just excited at the time, I guess. But yeah, so I guess at the end of the day, I'm saying I feel pretty good about this exchange. And even then, I still have quite a bit of store credit left over, even after buying these two. Because what I'm really hoping to get is a copy of Pokemon not Stadium, or yeah, Stadium. A copy of Pokemon Coliseum. I did manage to get a copy of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which I am super excited to play, and I'm actually thinking about playing that one on the stream for sure. Like 98% sure, because I've actually never played XD Gale of Darkness before, and I figured that might be something fun to play for the first time, like on stream. Because so far all the games I've played streaming have been like games I've played before or experienced before, in one way or another. XD Gale of Darkness, I have actually never even seen gameplay of that one. Versus Coliseum, I did watch an entire playthrough of it, which was really cool. It was really cool to watch a playthrough. I've never seen playthrough of Gale of Darkness. I've always wanted to play Gale of Darkness because it has Lugia, my favorite Pokemon, on it, next to Mewtwo. Lugia and Mewtwo. Best bros, best friends, best Pokemon. But yeah, so I think I have enough store credit left that if they do get a copy of Coliseum in, I can still pick it up. Those games are going for stupid amounts of money. Like, I think I got the XD Gale of Darkness for like $160. Again, store credit, so I don't feel as bad. Still a lot of money. Oh man, I love Legendary. I can play some. I need to stop thinking about that. Like every time I'm like, oh, I can play a game. It's like, oh, I can stream it. It's like, I can't. I'm also allowed to just play games for the funsies of it. Granted, I am enjoying streaming, so it's like a debate. But I don't want to. I don't want my streams to end up being like, just playing random ass games unless that's what I want to end up doing. Like, I'm kind of thinking about doing like, a bunch of one-off streams where I spend like a few hours playing like a game. Because there were a lot of games, especially games that like were re-released, that I kind of just want to play for a little bit, see if I can get myself in the mood, and if not, then it's just a one-off thing, and I can at least say I played it. Like, Like, I know I want to play, there's so many, like, there's Chrono Cross, that I bought when it was released. I even went out of my way to get a physical copy. So I have a digital and physical copy. But I haven't played it since they re-released it. And Chrono Cross is one of my favorite games from my childhood. So it's like, I really want to play that. There's like a Ghost Trick was one that got re-released. And I totally picked it up as fast as I could because hashtag support. Support these games. I need to play a lot of the Mega Man games. I've been a huge fan of Mega Man for a bit. Not as long as I'd like to. Like, I think it was like my end of high school that I finally played my first Mega Man game, but I've always liked Mega Man. So yeah, I have a lot of the Mega Man collections, so it'd be fun to just kind of like pop in a Mega Man game and just play it. I especially love like the Zero series. Oh my god, I can actually play the Star Force series on stream. I forgot about Star Force. Star Force is so good. Star Force is one of my favorites. It was actually my very first Mega Man game. Oh, hey, Aryak. I'm just rambling about video games as I am streaming here. Welcome to Pride Month. I have decorated myself accordingly. But yes, lots of video game talk. Just really excited about video games. So yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes, especially like when I get into the mood where like when I'm shiny hunting, I can sometimes just get like really deep into like focusing on the hunt. And while Dead Space isn't really bad per se, it obviously isn't very interesting content, which is definitely why I have a playlist. I can words. Speaking of Dead Space, my brain is dead. But yeah, that's why I went out of my way to formulate this playlist. So I had at least music going. As you can see, I am shiny hunting Cacnea. It's a very nice shiny. I really like how it looks. It gives it kind of like this dead cactus look to an already really coolly designed Pokemon. So right now I'm having to, right now I'm shiny hunting for a female Cacnea to evolve into a female Cacturn. So I already caught a male Cacnea and evolved it into a male Cacturn. I can't, this is so hard to say that 10 times fast. I already caught a male shiny Cacnea. I've actually caught 2. However, I need a female. So this hunt goes until I get a female. But yeah, more or less just rambling about some really cool video game finds I've got at the local game store. Game Changers, absolutely amazing. I love their staff. I love the store. I love the services they provide. I sold a bunch of amiibos to them, so I have some store credit. So they ended up getting some cool games in, which was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with the DLC included in the physical copy, and I'm a bit of a sucker for physical games, so absolutely had to pick that up, which was nice because even after using my store credit to purchase both of them, I still have plenty of store credit. I'm hoping they'll eventually get Pokemon Colosseum in, because that's one of the Pokemon games I'm actually trying to look for right now. And I'm hoping I have enough store credit even after this current purchase to be able to one day get Pokemon Colosseum. Oh yeah, but one of the things I've been rambling about has been like how do I want to handle streaming and gaming? Because I absolutely love streaming. Streaming has been a lot of fun, but it also takes a lot of like social aspect to it, just talking and getting things set up and then having to record everything, and there's still a lot of like other work, but it's also fun work. So it's like it's like sixes. It's like I want to play all of these games, so many games, but having to like every time I look at a game, I just bought from the game store, I bought a couple of Rune Factory games, and I was super excited. So many games! God. You're so right. But I bought some Rune Factory games because, surprisingly enough, that's actually been one of my favorite series for quite a number of years. And I'm like, that'd be fun to stream. And then I had to stop myself, like, I can play games without streaming. That's okay. I don't have to stream everything. But I want to stream everything. So I'm trying to like figure out how I mentally want to compartmentalize gaming and streaming. And there's also a lot of other games that like I can look into streaming. Like I have a bunch of the Mega Man collections, and I love Mega Man. I just have never gotten around to actually playing the collections I have gone out of my way to purchase. And it's like, oh, streaming would be a great opportunity to do that. But it's like, I can also just play games. It's okay. But streaming, I could always stream it. Mega Man might be a good series for that. Especially where I've played most Mega Man games. I think the only Mega Man series I haven't really like played myself has been the Mega Man Battle Network series. And that's just because I never was able to get my hands on copies of it. But since they finally released it as a collection, I was finally able to get it, and I haven't played it since I got it, like a fool. Stream encouraged me to play these different games, otherwise I'd probably procrastinate even more. So many of the games I want to play. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I also like sorry, my sock just twisted. Yeah, so like, but I'm also like, unless I specifically want to have like a playlist of just like one-off games, I'm not sure. I don't want to sit here and jump between games constantly on stream. I want to like actually force myself to sit down and play the game. Like I haven't booted up Skyward Sword in a while. I need to boot that back up. I want to finish it. I feel compelled to finish it. But I just started Pokemon Yellow. I could play more Pokemon Yellow. Or I can just call it quits on Pokemon Yellow, say like, oh yeah, this is a one-off stream, it's good, and boot up another game. But what about my commitment to Pokemon Yellow? I started it. I don't know. A part of me is so excited that I got my 3DS to a stream. Like, I am so happy with all the technical difficulties that can like easily make. I am so proud of myself for that. But it also opened up a million games, and I want to play all of them, and I want to play all of them now, not like in a row, not like all of them now, all at the same time, instantly, all games, all the time. I gotta tell myself it's not possible. Shiny hunting is my good go-to for just like a. Look at you! You're so tiny. Look at you compared to the other guys. Maybe you're not tiny. I don't know. You're cute. There are a couple of games that I think would be fun to do a one-off, and if anyone ends up being like, hey, yeah, I want to see more of that, I can do it. But I also don't want to have like a million open-ended games. It's so hard to say. I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. All I know is I want to play games, and that's why I'm here to play games. I'm here to kick ass and play video games, and I'm all out of ass. Oh, it's okay, Candy Girl. Granted, some of the Pokemon games I have on my 3DS, I'm actually planning on playing them as for shiny hunting. Looking at like X and Y. Oh yeah, feel free to lurk. I appreciate all the lurking. I might have to figure out how to do those commands. You have such fun commands on your channel. I want to steal all of them. They're so cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so a lot of the there's actually quite a bit of shiny hunting I want to do on the 3DS games. In particular, there's the Ultra Wormholes in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So that is like really like the big reason I want to get my 3DS up and working is for shiny hunting. I also noticed that there's some really good shiny hunting methods in Pokemon X and Y, which would specifically be to my live version because my live version is the one I have completed. Which, thank God I got that completed when I was like really into it because holy shit, are those older games just stupidly hard to like complete now with all the mythical Pokemon you can't get anymore. So go younger me for being so obsessed with Pokemon X and Y back in college. Instead of spending that 300 hours of studying, I got 300 hours of Pokemon. Huzzah! Time well spent. Let's be honest, I'm not using that college degree for anything anyway. I am using my Pokemon for something though, because I'm still playing Pokemon. Haha! Priorities. Hear that, kids? Stay in school, but don't forget to play video games. Very important.
Okay, yeah, no, you're not shiny. You're supposed to be that color. I'm like, wait a second. I think it's because Shiny Braviary is closer to that color. I'm like, hold on. Drink some water. No, the kitty left me. Yeah, it's okay. She's been cuddling with me for at least a good, like, hour and a half, not 2 hours. What? I just turn around and there's a shiny. Okay. Alright, let's check you out, male or female. And you're a boy! I don't need you. Alright, that is officially 3 boy Cacneas. Alright, here we go again. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep playing Pokemon Yellow. In all honesty, that was actually mostly just for testing purposes. It was fun though. But I might just move on to something else. Because I don't want to feel like bogged down by I have to play Pokemon Yellow because I started it. I might come back to it later when I'm in the mood to play Pokemon Yellow. It really was just a... I needed to test my 3DS streaming, which was a good thing. Hashtag thank you demo. Sorry about your ears. I am very grateful for the learning opportunity. Something I'll definitely be keeping in mind when I get my Game Boy operator going. Which that one's going to be interesting because now that I learned what the audio problem was and why it was causing a bunch of problems, the problem was trying to use the TV as the monitor, but I wanted the audio to stay to the desktop. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get my settings to do that, if my settings will let me do that. Hi Candy, welcome back. Because the problem is, and I have to do a lot of other setup for GB operator. Because I don't have a controller specifically designed to work with my computer, because I don't game on my computer. So I'll need to figure that out, especially since the GB operator takes one of the USB slots, and my computer only has 2 USB slots, and one of those USB slots is currently occupied with my mouse.
So I obviously cannot have my mouse, Game Boy operator, and controller plugged in all at the same time, because that's 3 USBs and I only have 2. The reason I don't have this problem with the 3DS is because the 3DS is both controller and the device. So it does both in the one slot, while GB operator would need 2 slots. Not that I'm using my mouse a whole lot right now, per se, like while gaming, but if I need to like check something in the chat, or check something like on the computer, like if I need to change the music or whatever, it becomes infinitely more difficult if I don't have the mouse. Oh, my Kimmy came back. She went straight back into her little cozy coat. Oh, I love my Kimmy. Gosh, she is so cute. So yeah, there's a lot more I need to figure out with the GB operator. With that being said, I actually also have a lot less Game Boy games. It's just mostly looking at like Gen 3. Gen 3, like it's also the sad thing of like, well, yes, I am super stoked to have the GB operator. Most of my games on the GB operator are available on the Switch now. So the big ones that are not available on the Switch are the Pokemon games, which is what's important. So that'd be Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and Fire Red and Leaf Green. Which I have all the games. I'll have to see if I need to get the batteries redone though. So yeah, there's a lot in the way, and technically I could just emulate it, but like, come on, physical copies are cool. I'm a sucker for physical copies. In case my previous rant did not say otherwise. So yeah, it's hard to say exactly like how I want to go about doing the GB operator. I might be able to get away with like a USB splitter. I don't know. I just don't want to tax my. I have a little laptop. It's a tiny little laptop. It does its best. It does really good. And like, to be perfectly honest, I am just happy that it's able to do as much as it is able to do. This is phenomenal to me. But I do get worried about my little laptop sometimes. Hopefully we can keep going. Keep going, we got this. If at any point in the future I'm able to like make some actual money from streaming, I would happily upgrade to like a gaming, either a gaming PC or a gaming laptop. I'll still hold on to this guy. This guy's been great. And a great little computer. Does all the poop things I need it to poop. But that would be quite a ways off. I do not have money at all. And I'm not making any money from streaming, so maybe in the future. But still, like the fact that I can pretty much stream anything with HDMI output, there are a couple of like other consoles that I need to like get the converter from um, component to HDMI or any other kind of adapter that's necessary, because it's like I want to play like GameCube, obviously PS4 and PS5 should be no problem, and 64 would be fun, because 64 would be real fun. I think I already have the no, maybe not. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, so some of the older consoles. Again, I know you can emulate these games, but come on, physical copies. I like them. But that would be fun, to do like one game, like a new game every now and again. Like I want to do shiny hunting as kind of like my relaxation, because that's what it is for me. That's how I do my shiny hunts. It's just a good time for me to relax. It's hard to say. Hard to say how I want to handle this. Oh no. I've been enjoying hunting the cacti at night. Daytime approaches, and so does the scorching sun. My retinas. My poor retinas. But yeah, this isn't too bad. Not too bad yet. But it's gonna get worse. All of you guys know exactly when it gets worse. Still good. Got some cloud coverage, got some shade. Oh god, it's getting there. Please cloud, please shade, stay forever. At least I think that's cloud. It makes sense. It looks like it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, it's bright. I must drive on. I must find the shiny. I know it is here if I search hard enough. Ah, yeah, there we go. Eyes drain. So thankfully the TV remote I bought is coming tomorrow. and that should help with the being able to like change the settings on the TV. I hope it works. It is quite an older TV, so I don't know if the remote's gonna work right. But we'll see. We can hope. It's a Samsung TV, so I bought a Samsung Universal Remote. So it should work. Alright, and then, okay. This game I gotta play sometime on stream. Majora's Mask is by far my favorite game. I love it so much. And I can even play the 3DS version. Yay! The 3DS version is not my favorite version of the game. The Switch version is pretty good, so I might actually do the Switch version. I technically, like, I've owned quite a few copies of Majora's Mask, if I think about it. I have the physical version of the N64. I also have the Japanese N64 version. There's the GameCube version that was the Zelda Collector's Edition on the GameCube. I don't know about the Wii, but I for sure have the Wii U Virtual Console version. And then of course there's the 3DS version. I even have the 3DS Majora's Mask 3DS because I love Majora's Mask so much. And then of course there's the Switch version, which unfortunately you can't own, which pisses me off to no end. Nintendo, why did you take away the Virtual Console and then not let us buy the games? Like, I know why, it's just a dumbass reason to get players to pay for the service. But like, it just sucks. Like, I don't mind the service being like available, but I can't buy the game. And it's frustrating, like, especially with something like the Switch. The Switch is a both console and handheld console. So both home console and handheld console. And the thing about it being a handheld console is that you don't always have access to the internet when you go places. And that's fine for the most part. Like, you can't really control every environment all the time. But the fact that I cannot play any of the games with the subscription without internet is just stupid. Because it sucks. It sucks if I go somewhere where I don't have internet access and there's a whole library of games that I'm currently paying for the service and I can't access it. And while fine, the service requires internet, I can't buy it otherwise. Like, it's not possible for me to buy it otherwise. I just hate that. Oh my goodness, my poor computer is dying. Where's the charger? I don't know. I would be a lot less upset about it if you could buy the games. And, you know, the subscription service actually, I mean, it isn't bad. It's actually very good. Sorry, trying to get my computer plugged in. Like, there's a lot of games, like, I've never played 007 on the N64, and I never had any desire to play it until I was with a friend, and they were like, "Oh, 007's on here," and I'm like, "Oh, heck yeah!" And I played it for the first time. Man, that was so fun. And I never would have bought the game because I never played it. But the fact that I had it on the subscription service um, gave me the chance to play the game, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, the subscription service does have its place, but like, just let me buy the goddamn game. I'll pay you money, I promise. Nintendo, give me the game. I'll give you money. It's as easy as that. Oh, hello, Cacnea. Now, this does bear a question. In this entire desert, I have never seen a single regular cactus. Do they even have regular cactus? Or do they, or all cactus Pokemon? Food for thought. Or Pokemon as food. Oh my goodness, I don't like this one. I guess that's the other thing to consider while streaming, playing video games and streaming. It actually takes a lot of talking as well. Even if I'm not reading text. That isn't to say I'm not enjoying it. It's just another aspect that takes effort. Also having to time it with real world stuff. Like laundry and chores and work. Granted, I have to schedule everything around work, so there's that. Sorry. Sorry as always. I like to buy new sinuses, but they're very expensive. Hello, Becca. Getting a bit sloppy here. Oh. My poor eyes are dying. So bright. Oh, mercy. A cloud. Totally ran over that one. Sorry about that. You are not a shiny Cacnea. Oh no. I know the sun. My eyes. The virtual sun in my real eyes. I'm going to make a grass encounter sandwich, just so that more grass can come up here. Whatever. All right. Grass can counter. Oh, finally. Alright, let's see your gender. Shiny Cacnea. Boy! Damn it. What does this make? 5? 4? 4 or 5? Oh. 4. Okay, this makes number 4. Alright. So I'm actually getting really tired. My sleep schedule has not been terribly great. So I'm gonna see if I can keep going for a little bit. If not, I might have to resume this later. That's okay. I have 4 shiny Cacnea boys. It's somewhat hilarious to me that I'm playing my upbeat music. I'm still falling asleep. Oh man, I need to get my sleep schedule back on track. I got this. Oh my gosh. Alright. I just might have to call it here. Can't seem to keep my eyes open. It's a shame. But thanks for joining me. We'll have to keep hunting for Camel Cacnea next time. See how many more males we get. But yeah, thanks for joining. Appreciated everyone that decided to drop by. And yeah, catch you later. Bye.